Hello and welcome to tomorrow's headlines today. I'm your host with the most, Robin Cunningham. I used to be able to say host with the most beard, but now I can't because now I just have a normal length beard, which I don't really like normal length beards. So let's go for a long beard. Well, today, in tomorrow's headlines today, that's a mouthful. I have a lot to share with you. Some of it includes XRP, some of it includes um, some other things: Iranian revolution, Ripple lawsuit settlement, and a lot more. So let's go ahead and jump into this. Oopsies. Let's go ahead and jump into this, shall we? Welcome back. I'm glad to see everybody. Got to kind of get the timing just right on when to return from that intro because it's only like 9 seconds long, but I like it. It's a good intro. It's powerful. Okay, first things first, if you would like to partner with us in our community tab on YouTube, we have our crypto information. If that's something that you're interested in, the Lord told us to open up a crypto wallet, but uh, I don't know anything about it. Still keeping my hands off of it. Don't have anything to. I'm not touching it. Just the Lord told us to open it, and that's all we're doing with it. So if you feel like blessing through there, then you can find it out in the community, or you can email us. Brandy has all the information. I really don't have any of the information. Also, partner with us at firesidegrace.com/partner with us. You can go to Venmo, which Brandy-Cloninger right there. That's her maiden name. And PayPal is Reformers Church with no apostrophe. Why? Because we don't believe in apostrophizing. Or mail is 2145 North Josie Lane, Suite 116-501, Carrollton, Texas 75006. Please read all of the small print at the bottom. Okay, I think that's about everything. Is it? All right. Hello in Korea. Hello, hi. You spelled hi, or did you say ha? I don't know. Hello, everybody. Oh, yes. Like and subscribe and share with all of your friends. We got like 200 subscribers in the last day. It's funny because we were just talking about like we had 7,000 subscribers on our last channel. And then Brandy had a dream that God showed her that we were on a third floor of a building. And all of a sudden, the first and second floor collapsed, and our ministry went down to the first floor, and we had to go to the ground level and basically rebuild from there. And he told us we were going to have to restart. And then like shortly after that, we got a strike on YouTube. We got to come back and tell everybody, hey, check out our Rumble. And then we got a second strike. And then the Lord said, all right, now's your time. Destroy your YouTube channel. And here's the reason why, guys. With YouTube, if you get 3 strikes on your email, like Fireside Grace, it would be me. They'd see me or Brandy. And if they saw us start up a new channel on YouTube, then you get kicked off of there too, and you get banned from there also. So the Lord had warned us about this and told us that we had to start a new channel so that way we didn't get permanently banned from YouTube. So that is why we had to restart our channel. It's not because we had to hide stuff or cover stuff up or anything like that, although that seems to be the rumor that floats around, but that wasn't the reason at all there. So in case you were wondering, why did we start a new channel? But anyway, we were just talking about how, it's like we have just over 2,000 subscribers when we had 7,000 subscribers, and like just seeing the gap and the difference, it's like, man, it took us so long. It took us like a year to get 7,000 subscribers, and then whoop, gone just like that. Anyway, well, we saw who the loyal people were and so forth. So anyway, here we are. Tomorrow's headlines today. All right, here's the first thing the Lord showed me. I was praying at 3:00 in the morning the other day, October 6th. Yeah, I guess it was yesterday. And the Lord said, what the devil meant for evil, the Lord shall use to bring good. The enemy tried to thwart America. The enemy tried to lie, steal, and kill America's soul and future. But God has decided in his heart and announced to his servants and indeed begun a major move that will bring peace back to America. America will prosper as wicked nations falter and struggle under the oppression of the evil men they have chosen to lead their nation. In this time, the wise will be prepared and the wicked shall tremble. Many nations will come to America for aid and to be saved in order to escape the wasting away of nations. Not sure fully what that means, to be perfectly honest. I don't know. Let's see. A time is yet coming where there will be a great famine that strikes the land, but God's children will not perish. Before this happens, a massive movement of trust in the Lord will surge where he has catapulted his people into the depths of faith that exceeds even many of the generals of faith in times past. Indeed, heaven shall rejoice as these fire-tested and battle-proven warriors rise up around the world and draw billions into the kingdom of God. So now when I say famine, guys, I don't mean short term. I mean that's somewhere in the more distant future. It's not like this year or next year, okay? So that's something, it's a little ways off. It's not going to be like right now. So we know what to look for here is when we see a faith movement, trust movement, people trusting the Lord. Really, one of the things that the Lord showed me was that Christians are actually going to break off of and out of the world economy. And I'm not talking just having like gold and silver, but actually starting their own like own currency and own stores and stuff like that, and really breaking off from the world system the way that we see or do even Christianity today, but independence from the world system. So there's just something to look forward to. Just want you to know that. All right, let's see. The crypto winter is coming to an end very soon. Judgments will be released that exonerate many crypto companies that were unlawfully targeted by the SEC, trying to blackmail or strong arm companies in order to levy fines. And some of this you will see Elon Musk team up with some companies to help come against the SEC for their wrongdoings. But it'll be like he's got hardcore evidence when it happens. It won't just be something that he flippantly does or says, or, you know, he never does anything without, it seems like, without having thought about it for a long time. He's a very calculated person. But anyway, these sadistic forces that find pleasure in destroying businesses in their pay-to-play Ponzi scheme will be punished and exposed. No longer will no longer will the Lord sit and patiently wait while their sin mounts higher and higher, even to his throne. So he's not just going to sit by and let them get away with the things that they've been doing. Now, I know the SEC, you know, they do find some things, they do some good where, you know, they make a difference in the world. But in case you're wondering what the sign was, it says behind me on the board, it says, "You are worthy of being loved." So there's that. All right. I saw a vision of a white horse and rider, and it wasn't Jesus. And a man was wearing a blue business suit sitting on that white horse. Okay. As I viewed the man, I saw what looked like a sash, kind of like, I don't know if horses wear ribbons, but it had like a sash or ribbon on both sides. And one side said Trump and the other side said Triumph. And when I looked, I saw that he was the head leading a procession of victors. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but they were headed to the Lincoln Memorial reflecting pool for whatever reason. And I don't know how to explain that I knew that he was leading a bunch of victors, but he had everybody behind him was victorious in some way. And people were celebrating because it was like a lot of little victories and one very big victory. It was almost like they came out of battle and were victorious on the other side. And the white horse in, you know, the Bible represents victory in a time of war. So there's that. All right. I saw a revolution would come to Iran. And I'm not talking about what's going on there right now. I'm talking about like that might be the beginning or precipice of the revolution, but an actual guns a-blazing revolution in Iran. And this would be a critical moment where the Lord's people can pray a reform into the nation in which great Christian movement will be birthed. So this is an opportunity for Christians, for us, for the Christians that live there in Iran, who are probably already praying this anyway, underground, hidden where they don't want to get killed. But we, as American Christians and the rest of us around the world, we have people here from Japan and Korea, Australia, all of the nations of Africa, North America, several nations from South America, Russia, India, Israel, the Middle East, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, New Zealand, just people watching from in Canada. I don't want to forget Canada, our friendly friends to the north. We have so many people watching. This is an opportunity for us to pray a Christian movement and Christian reform into Iran, which truly would be a blessing from the Lord. I feel like the Holy Spirit saying to just pray for Israel right now. Lord, I pray that you will bring change and reform in Israel, that the things which were stolen in Israel last year in May will be switched and flipped, and the person that you want to be the leader of that nation will come back into power soon. I pray you bring peace to Israel, bless them, bring prosperity, and bring a movement of Christianity into Israel that will lead many Jewish people back into your new covenant, Lord. Okay, now let's see. I saw a massive exodus out of Iran as it seemed like war had ripped through the land, and that Greece and Turkey were being pressed on every side and didn't know how to respond to the increase in refugees coming from Iran. And I heard that it was an exodus across nations. So that was that Iraq and Turkey that I said? Greece and Turkey. Okay. And see, and that's interesting because I didn't know that Turkey shared a border with Iran, and I didn't know that Turkey shares a border with Greece either. I didn't know that, and I had to go look and find that out. So whatever happens, this revolution happens, there'll be a mass exodus, and maybe call it a revolution, call it war, whatever it is. There's going to be a lot of people leaving. So just keep. I would say this because the people in Iran are human beings. I have friends who are Christians who fled from Iran and live in America, and they would be wanting us to pray for them for their safety and stuff also. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, here's an awesome one. It's because Satan has declared that October belongs to him, the Lord will deal a hard blow to his kingdoms and his plans in this month. There will be a celebration among Christians as what was once a month glorifying Satan and darkness will now be an appointed time of worship unto the Lord. So I think that might not be talking about necessarily this October, but October in general, because we're in October, that the Lord's going to retake this month that's typically known as Halloween is a demonic holiday. It doesn't matter if you believe it or not as a Christian. It's a satanic holiday. It doesn't even matter that it's pagan roots. There's just no Jesus in it at all. You know what I mean? Like in Christmas, at least there's Christ and the birth of Christ, or in Easter, even though that celebrates Ishtar, at least they're trying to celebrate the resurrection of Jesus. But where in Halloween is there anything to do with Jesus? You know what I'm saying? But nevertheless, we as Christians should redeem the day. So I would be quite happy to see the Lord go ahead and reclaim this month and make a glorious holiday for him in this month. And I don't know how he would do it. I don't know what would happen. I don't know what's going to happen, but apparently he wants to bring celebration and praise of God into this month, which a lot of us do anyway, so let's see here. I saw a headline while I was praying, and that's actually kind of where I got the title, Tomorrow's Headlines Today. I was praying and asking the Lord, what should this be called? And he just said, Tomorrow's Headlines Today. And the reason he partly said that was because I would be praying and actually see a headline or title appear like I was reading a newspaper in a vision. And then I write that down and share with people what I saw. Well, here's this headline. The headline said, a return to normal, an early inauguration. Huh. Isn't that interesting? I thought that was interesting, and I know who it's about, but I can't say anything because the YouTube underlords, overlords, they don't want you to know or talk about that kind of stuff. So nothing to see here. Keep moving on. I heard zinc works. I saw a vision of XRP that was at $1.77. Actually, I saw it in a dream. It's just very as clear as day. And it had a green up arrow next to it that was just going straight up. The chart next to it, I saw like a chart, was a graph where it was going up like this. And there was like little bumps, but it was going up steadily, not rapidly. Like it was a steady, sustained climb. Does that make sense? It wasn't just over the course of a few hours that it went up really well, but it was like over days, weeks, months, year, but it was over $1.77 with a green arrow next to it pointing straight up. All right. It wasn't a drastic change. It wasn't a straight up line. It was a healthy, sustained, and substantial growth that I did not see an end to. And immediately after that, I saw a calendar that kept flipping through the pages and a voice that said day after day, month after month. And another voice said return in investment or return on investment. And then I heard the sounds of angels praising God with a loud voice. And they said, your judgment is right. You are worthy of honor and praise. It's pretty cool, right? I think it's pretty cool. He said that there will be a return on investment in this. And then I heard angels saying, your judgment is right and you are worthy of honor and praise. Well, that's going to tie into the last prophetic word that I give here. So pay attention to that, because he told me that. And a lot of times I'll get a word like that where I write that whole paragraph and then I pray for another 15, 20 minutes, half an hour, and forget what I just wrote down and do like 2 or 3 more prophetic words. Then he gives me some more information about something that I just prophesied about. I don't go back and change it. I just give it to you in the order he gave it to me. All right. So remember that. Now, another thing the Lord showed me was that there would be an attack on constitutional carry that will be brought to the Congress of the United States, but it shall die in its track. So when you see this going to Congress, or maybe it's already there, I don't know, but maybe what we'll see is it's going to Congress or it's already at Congress, but all of a sudden it starts becoming a topic on the news. Hey, we've got to get rid of constitutional carry. We can't let this happen. We can't have these states arming themselves and protecting themselves if someone breaks into their home, Lord forbid, right? And I do believe in gun ownership. I do want to own guns, and I believe that I live in Texas, so if you break into somebody's house in Texas, from what I understand, they have a right to shoot you. I'm just saying, this is a constitutional carry state. I can't say too much. Like they're a ministry and you have to be respectful, but I believe in gun ownership. I believe in the Second Amendment. So that's all I'll say about that. I saw a woman giving birth. This is the next prophetic headline. I saw a woman giving birth. She was dirty and soiled. Her name was Justice. There was a bloody mess, and an eagle emerged. It spread its massive wings and shook off dirt and the blood of its rebirth. In its talons was an American flag, and this bird was far larger than any eagle that I've ever seen. Like, this video on YouTube that shows up where the eagle's like massive and has like a 12-foot wingspan or something like that, and it's just bigger than a human being. It was like that, but bigger, okay? It was bigger than any eagle I've ever seen. It stretched its wings out and flew up into the sky. Like, it didn't even flap. It just went whoosh and flew high up in the sky. And it roared like a lion, but it was like an eagle screech. And it was so loud that all of the birds in the air trembled beneath it. And what I heard was, America will be reborn soaring higher than ever. So, the eagle obviously represents America, but it can also represent the prophetic as well. So that's something to think about. That's a prophetic vision of what will be going on with America. We're going to go from this weak, crippled, rundown, economically not stable trash economy that Joe Biden has caused, if you would in fact call him that, if that is in fact his real name. And we're going to soar high and be a nation that brings fear and trembling to nations around us, because of the might, power, excellence, and growth that we're going to see that's going to be coming back to America. So it won't be where people think, oh, I can take America, or those young kids, oh, yeah, we can take America. We just got to go out with bricks and rocks and destroy everything and cancel everybody, and we'll be able to change America because communism. Communism, right? No, nah. In the words of Phil Robertson, nah. I've been watching some Duck Dynasty lately. Like, here's what I think about communism, okay? I think, okay, you want communism in America? You could always just go live in Cuba for a little while and see what that's like. See how much you love that. Or maybe here's something you could do. Have a good job, okay, where you pay all of your bills, and maybe where you're just enough that you're not struggling to get by, but things are still a little tight. Then start paying 60% of your taxes to the government, and then let two friends who don't have a job, who like to drink and smoke and do drugs and will never work but sit around and play video games, eat all of your food, use up your electricity, drive up your water bill, won't mow the lawn, won't help you with anything, okay? And ask you for money but never pay it back, okay? Have them live with you in your house. That's communism. That's how I see it, right? It's not, I mean, it's more drastic than that, but like, I mean, you can kick those people out of the house. You can't kick communism out of your country. I mean, you can, but it's not as easy. You know what I'm saying? All right. So here's the last prophetic word. I saw a great settlement coming for Ripple, and then a drastic overhaul of crypto related laws. So here's what I did see. I can tell you this about XRP and the Ripple lawsuit. What I did see was that Ripple would settle basically outside of court. They would reach a settlement. I've been saying that for like a year now, almost 2 years now at this point, that they're going to reach a settlement. And it's not necessarily because they did something wrong, but because what is going on is they're being strong-armed or blackmailed, right? So you want to pay attention to that. And then what happens is, this is what happens next, okay? I saw, and I'll restart here. I saw a great settlement coming for Ripple, and then a drastic overhaul of crypto-related laws. XRP soared through the roof. Ripple was then a person, and he, meaning whoever Ripple was, it was like, okay, it was a dude in a business suit, with brown hair, kind of skinny, and that's basically all I can tell you. But Ripple was a person, and he was irritated and shook his head, but quickly earned the money back that was pilfered from him by the SEC. Then a new lawsuit began as Ripple countersued the SEC for damages acquired during their lawsuit that just went on and on and on. As new post-trial and I don't know what Biden emerges, showing that they were wrongfully targeted with a malicious intent. So essentially here, my phone just like auto-corrected while it was typing to whatever Biden emerges. So I don't know what that means, but I can tell you what I saw was there would be a new lawsuit that Ripple filed against the SEC. So this time they wouldn't be able to stop the selling and trade of XRP this time, right? Which would hurt them. And they would sue, which I'm assuming, which I already talked about with Elon Musk, sue the SEC for the shenanigans, because it will come out that they were wrongfully accused and wrongfully targeted, and it was on purpose because they were trying to extort money from the company. Now, on the flip side of that, it will also come out that Ripple was guilty of doing some things wrong. Some things, but not as major as what the SEC was trying to make things out to be. And that there would be a relatively large settlement, but it wasn't enough to collapse XRP. Then when XRP opened back up afterwards to be able to be sold and traded on different platforms and in the rest of the United States and everywhere else where it's been banned, you would see that it would grow rapidly because everybody's been waiting so long for this that everybody just dumps their money in it all at once. I don't know how high it's going to go, but I do know the Lord showed me previously in another someone showed me the Lord showed me previously in another vision that there was a bridge and the bridge's name was XRP, and there were a bunch of roadblocks that were put up. This bridge was complete, it was finished. It was going over like a river, and it was a bridge called XRP, and there were all these roadblocks and hazard signs and all this stuff, but there was nothing wrong with the bridge. And so all of the road signs got removed and the road got opened, and the XRP bridge was able to be used. So, and then there was another bridge built right next to it that was a bunch of different cryptos who were transitioning to become bridges, whatever that means. They became bridges next to the XRP bridge as well. So they were mirroring or copying what XRP was doing. All right. That is all that I have for you today. Thank you. Love you guys. Be blessed. Remember, I don't know if email us if we have a crypto wallet now. And the Lord told us to open that. You can email us for the information, or it's in the community tab on our YouTube channel. Like and subscribe, share with your friends. And if you would like to partner with us, all of it is rolling right down here on the bottom of the screen. Love you guys. Be blessed. And I will see you next time. Until then, bye.